Hello, 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 everybody. It's time for Thursday Night Live with Barb. Get this stuff all adjusted here because it seems like there's always a little bit of a lag. So I always have to sit here and kind of do this and wait for everything to stop lagging. And so that I can see you guys and all your comments and everything come in. So we'll just kind of sit here and I'll just talk to myself. Hey, Barb, how's it going? It's going really good. How are you? Until the lag stops and I'm actually live. Unless, of course, you can already see me, then leave me a comment saying, yeah, I can see you. Whoops, I forgot to finish something on my iPad, so I don't know. Oh, here we go. I forgot to click the one last thing so that I could actually see myself. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's like I click on my link from Facebook and then Facebook's like, are you sure you want to go here? Yes, I clicked on that. Of course I want to go there. So super annoying. Okay. Anyway, everyone's saying I'm good. So yeah, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live Stamping with Barb from Sheridan, Wyoming, barbstamps.com. Whoop, whoop. I hope you guys all had a great week. I did. My daughter went home Monday, so she was here for just about a week, which was nice. Sometimes it's a little stressful because she sometimes just sort of pops in unannounced. And I'm not always prepared for that, you know, because it's tax time. It's new catalog time. It's get in color club stuff situated time. It's get product shares time. It's I was at On Stage. There's just a million things going on right now. And so, yeah. But it's always good to see her. I don't want it to sound like, you know, I'm not glad she's here because I totally am because I always am missing her. But anyway, it's just a little crazy. Her and I are getting ready to go on a trip to Mexico later on this month. So that's super exciting. Yeah, I'm taking her to Mexico. We're staying at a really fancy place called the Xcaret Resort. I've never been there before. My husband did not want to go, so he's not a fan of Mexico, but my daughter is. She's a fan of beaches and sunshine, so I'm taking her. She says it's her college graduation gift. I thought taking her to Norway last year was her college graduation gift, but okay, fine. so we are, so we're going to Mexico. So that's exciting. So I've also got that going on. I've got to be planning for that. Basically, my last day I'm going to be able to work is the 25th of this month because the 25th I have to go up to Billings with my husband for his final, hopefully final, eye appointment. You know, I told you many months ago about his occluded vein in his eye and it was caused by the high blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. I think we finally got the blood pressure under control. The vein in the eye is doing well. And hopefully that will be our last visit to this retinal surgeon, or what is he? Gosh, all of a sudden I can't even remember what his title is. He's fancy. I can tell you that. He's an eye surgeon, whatever they call that. And he's a retinal specialist. That's what it is. So anyways, the 25th is his appointment. So we have to drive 2 hours and then drive back. So that day's basically shot. Then Friday, the 26th of April, I have to go to Laramie, Wyoming with my husband because my daughter, the University of Wyoming's business department has given her the Outstanding Senior Award in Accounting. Wow, that's crazy and amazing at the same time. So there's a fancy cocktail dinner award ceremony there on the 26th. So I've got to go down to Laramie on the 26th, 27th. I come back. The 28th, I drive up to Billings. The 29th, we fly to Mexico. Yikes. So I've got a lot of things to get done this month, including my taxes. Oh, gosh, I hate taxes so much this weekend. Well, I mean, it has to be this weekend because we're running out of time. So anyway, my son, good grief, you guys, I swear that kid, he thinks he broke his pinky finger. It's just never a dull moment with him. He was moving a trailer by hand. From what I understand, he was pulling it or something and it slipped off out of his hand and the trailer landed on his finger on his boot. He wears steel-toed boots. And so he thinks he possibly broke it here. Being a Mullican man, he doesn't want to go to the doctor, so he won't. What can I do? He's a grown adult. I can't force him to go to the doctor. So, kids, I told him to do the things that I know you do, ice it, rest it, take some Advil for the swelling. Of course, he's not resting it because he's working. I told him to try to tape it to the next finger to stabilize it. He says it's too bent and he can't. Anyway. Mullican men are super annoying, you guys. I'm just going to throw that out there. I remember one time, a number of years ago, my husband literally cut his leg with a chainsaw. And he comes in and he goes, yeah, I think I might need a Band-Aid. Excuse me? You literally cut your leg with a chainsaw. I think you need more than a Band-Aid. He refused to go to the doctor. Again, grown adult, can't make him. So I did the best I could. I cleaned it out the best I could, put some Neosporin on it, put butterfly Band-Aids all over it. Yeah, it eventually healed. Thank goodness it wasn't super deep. But yeah, Mullican men, I tell you, Mullican men are... Yeah, I see your guys' comments about my son's finger. I know. I've told him. He doesn't listen. He's a Mullican man. They don't listen. They don't go to the doctor. And they're just super annoying sometimes. So, yeah. Nothing I can do. So I'm glad to see all you guys here. We've got a lot of you guys already on here. Yay, I'd love to see that. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Oh, it looks like my husband is not the only man out there who does this. Joanne says her husband's like that too. Ugh, yeah. I know, Suzanne, there's just so many things that he could have done to this finger. And yeah, his teeth are good. It's really funny because him and my daughter were talking a couple months ago about like brushing their teeth and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I brush my teeth once a day. And he's like, once a day? I brush my teeth twice a day. And she's like, since when do you brush your teeth twice a day? He said, since my accident, because I'm really going to take care of them. So I was like, oh, well, that's good to know. So he is quite concerned about his teeth, and that's good. So his teeth are good. So far, so good. He hasn't had any problems with them. He's doing his diligence by going to the dentist every 6 months to get them checked out and cleaned, like, you're supposed to do, whatever. So he is doing that, but yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Loretta says typical man, no doubt, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Pat says it's men in general. Yeah. Hers almost cut his finger off with a table saw. Yeah, my husband also took a big gouge out of his bicep with a sanding thing. A sanding disc. It's like, what are you doing that you are that careless? And well, part of it's probably my fault because I am super, super injury prone. What is that? There's like a word for that where you're just clumsy or klutzy. And it's, so they probably, well, my husband doesn't get that from me. My son might, I don't know. All I know is they drive me nuts. Anyway, so there you go. I guess I'm... Sonia says hers will go to the doctor. She guessed she's really a pain. Sometimes you have to be. And if my son still lived here, he would be going to the doctor because I would make him, but he doesn't. So I can't be harping on him all the time, telling him to go to the doctor. Anyway, what do you do? So that's been my crazy week. So other than that, things are just great. I mean, obviously things are great. I can't complain. We're all basically healthy. We're not eating food out of a trash can. So things are good. We're doing good. So yeah. Accident prone, Kim. Yes, thank you very much. That's for me. I totally am accident prone. I end up with bruises all over myself, and I don't even know how it happens. Although yesterday I was walking through my family room over here, and I bumped into the couch, and I thought, that's how I get bruised. I just run into things because I have vertigo and balance issues and whatever. But most of the time, I don't even pay attention to running into things because I do it all the time. So that's probably why I end up with bumps and bruises all over myself. But anyway. Oh my gosh, Patricia, that is just crazy. That sounds like something my husband would do. Actually, my husband did something like that. He had diverticulitis. And he finally, after like 3 days, when I went in to wake him up, he's like, I'm like, what's the matter? Well, for 3 days. I'm like, 3 days? So yeah, men, what can you do? Yeah. Lisa says she's in the same annoyed club with me. Yeah, it's crazy. So I saw Cheryl say that she down in Colorado, Denver area, she's got 75-degree weather. We do too. It was literally 75 degrees when I went upstairs at noon to wake my husband up because he's working nights, so he sleeps later. And I could not believe how hot it was. That's insanity. 75. Wow. But then I think we're supposed to get cold and rainy coming up. So that'll make Mexico sound really nice. Yeah. Okay. Well, enough about men and how annoying they can be. I mean, I guess, and I shouldn't say that, in a bad way, because obviously if my husband and son weren't here to be annoying, I would be very, very sad. But they are, and they are. There you go. What else was I going to tell you guys? I think that's it. That's all the drama that I've had right now. So there you go. Glad to see that you have recovered, Patricia. That is good. Oh, wait. It was your husband. Glad to hear your husband has recovered. That's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to flip the camera and we are going to get started with the things that we do with the camera flipped. So let me go ahead and pull it out of this holder, put it in a different holder, screw it into place, change the view, and then make sure that we have this even, because I can't stand it when my camera's not level and things are out of whack. That really bugs me. So there we go. Okay, I think we're good there. Get my stool out of the way and put my glasses on for sure. Okay. All right, so what do we have here? I wanted to give a shout out to, I don't want to throw her address at her, but this is from Robin, and Robin is a sweetheart. A lot of you guys may know that I published this Stampin' Blends label chart on my blog a few weeks ago, and if you're wondering what does that mean, this is what I mean. So I have little circle labels on the ends of my blend lids so that when they're in my holder I can easily see what color's what and whether it's dark or light. And I created this and I published it for free. You do need a little punch. This is a 3/8 of an inch punch. You can get it on Amazon. The link to the free download and the punch are both in the description of this video. I am going to be updating this list to change out the retiring in colors and add the new in colors. So just give me some time. That's on my list of things I've got to get done, but I will be doing it. So all you do is you print off the list. I like to put another piece of paper underneath it. I punch out all the labels and I put them on the ends of my blends with a glue dot. Anyway, so Robin wanted to thank me for doing that. She says, thanks a bunch for the Stampin' Blends labels printout. I put them on and I think that would be very helpful. I enjoy watching your ideas and get a lot of inspiration from them. Enjoy on stage. And she sent me an Amazon gift card. My gosh, you guys, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Robin. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, so if you're wondering, the link is in the description of the video. You can get to this, and then there's a link to get this from Amazon because we don't sell it anymore. Stampin' Up! Used to sell this in a little trio of punches, but they don't anymore. So there you go. Okay. So my projects this week are going to be using the Happy Little Things bundle. This is one of our newer online exclusive bundles. It's really inexpensive at $33.25, and the item code is 163710. It's this cute little word stamp set and this set of 2 little dies. And so we're going to be using this in the cards today. So you will need this in order to complete the cards as I have designed them. And when you do, you have through April the 10th to place your order to get the kit that I'm going to create today with these cards. And when you do that, you have to order at least $35 to get the kit. And then you'll get the kit and the PDF for the projects that I'm doing today. If you order 50, you're going to get the projects, the kit, I give a PDF to everyone who orders, and then I have an extra PDF as a global creative project tutorial. This month, all the projects use the lavender suite, so that's really, really pretty. 75, you get the cardstock kit, the PDF file here, and then you're also going to get the classic matte dots embellishment when you get your card kit. So last week I had a bit of an additional special where my daughter made these super cute little octopus, crocheted octopuses, and I'm going to share it with you. I have 3 left. So I did get rid of quite a few of them. So I still have these, and I'm just going to include them in some random class kit orders. So if you order one of my class kits, not this is not really a class kit. A class kit would be like my everyday details kit, or my latte love kit, or my trusty tools kit. I have links to lots of my kits in the description. So if you order one of those online class kind of kits, I've got 3 left, and I'll just randomly give you one. So that's what we have going on. She did a little note for everybody who got one of these. It says, enjoy your new friend, and she signed her name for you guys. So yeah, my daughter's quite the crochet person. Okay, a lot of you guys are thanking me for the labels. You are so welcome. It was my pleasure to do it. I love using them. I don't know if I could use my blends anymore without them, because yeah, pretty exciting. Okay, this is my host code for the next probably a couple weeks. So if you're going to place an order in my online store for my kit for the week, you will need to use this host code unless your order is over 150, and then you don't, and you still get everything that I offer. So again, here's my global tutorial. This is free with $50 orders in the month of April. You can purchase this by itself for $17. That's on my blog. And then my anniversary is the 9th, Cheryl, and it'll be 21 years for me next Tuesday. Actually, next Tuesday is the day that the discounts start on the retiring list. So if you've been waiting and waiting, like all of us, next week on Tuesday is when they will start. So I do have these lists on my blog. You can go to my blog and print them off. And then they do have the discounts listed. Anything that happens to be on sale, all the discounts will start on the 9th. And I would highly recommend ordering as soon as you can on the 9th, because things are going to sell out. There's already some things that are already gone, even without the discounts happening. So if you're looking for some things, then you absolutely need to do it on the 9th, or you could potentially miss out. Like the Parakeet Party blend is already gone. So, or not the blend, the refill, the ink refill for Parakeet Party is already gone. So things are selling out, you guys. So keep that in mind. Okay, as I mentioned, I am doing my In Color Club again. I've been doing In Color Clubs. I think this is like my 13th year of doing an In Color Club. And my In Color Clubs are amazing. They run for 5 months. So each month you get one of the new ink colors. And in that month, you're going to get the ink pad, the ink refill. I don't have the ink refill in my picture because we haven't been able to order them yet. But I am including them in the monthly packages. So you're going to get the ink pad, the ink refill, a Stampin' Write marker, 2 yards of the ribbon, a half a pack of colored cardstock, let's see, a piece of the glimmer paper, a few pieces of the designer series paper, there's 2 different gems. You're going to get both of them. And then if you want to add the blends, you can. So I do have the link to register in the description of the video. So if you're interested in joining, it's only $44.49 a month, unless you want to add the blends. I think the blends are maybe $12.50 add-on. I can't remember. But anyway, that includes the shipping and a priority envelope. And we're planning to start in May, providing that I can get everything, that Stampin' Up! Doesn't have any ordering delays. But all that information's in the registration form. So there you go. If you do join by April 15th, you're going to receive a sampling of the new Basic Beige cardstock and the Basic Beige ribbon. That's a little bonus if you sign up by April 15th. So if you're thinking about doing it, be sure to sign up, and then you'll get that bonus in your first package. Okay, I do have my Everyday Details. This is the online class for the month of April. It's the Everyday Details die. This is the stamp set. Where's my dies? Here we go. So we're using the whole bundle in our class. So you need to have the stamp set and the dies. We're also using the Poetic Expressions Designer Series paper, the gold foil gems, and then the In Color jute twine. So you can get kits or the whole shebang. There should be a description in the video for the registration. Okay. Adhesive kits, I always have these for sale. They're really cute. If you guys are looking for some cute way to hold your adhesives, this is it. Super cute. You get all kinds of adhesives. You get a seal, all different dimensionals, tear and tape, glue dots, liquid glue, an adhesive eraser, a sand eraser, a ruler, and I can't remember. I think that might be it. Just really fun kits. and those are in the description. Stamp Happy Academy members get access to all of our classes. So we do classes. All three of us do a class every week, and then we do a collaborative class every month. Stamp Happy Academy members have access to all the PDF files to all those classes. In addition to, we do have a live only subscription that you can get, and I will be live tomorrow night, you guys, at 5 o'clock on Stamp Happy Academy. So if you are a Stamp Happy Academy member, you can go to the Stamp Happy Academy website and get the link to my live. I will be live tomorrow night, Friday night, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, same time that I'm live right now. So it's 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Okay, so let's get started here with project number 1. Now, I just wanted to throw out a few other stamp sets that you can use these little dies with. So obviously the dies were designed to kind of cut out some of these smaller little sentiments in this stamp set. But I did find some other stamp sets. Now, we probably have a ton. This is just a real quick look that I went through. The Sentimental Park, all these little sentiments here will fit into those dies. We've got this one here in the Rustic Crate die that fits in there really well. The Congratulations fits in there really well. The So Sorry mostly will fit in there. Our Hot Air Balloon, Just a Note to Lift You Up, along with Hang In There, those will fit. Hope You Know, we've got this little phrase here, and then of course you could just do Thinking of You, not the Today, and get that die cut out with these cute little things. And then the Cutest Cows, we've got the Congratulations, the Holy Cow, and the Milk It for All It's Worth, of course the little Thank You. So these are just a few of the stamp sets that I have that the sentiments will fit in this cute little die set. Now, if you're not a big fan of the stamp set, I totally get it. The little die set is only $12, and it's also called Happy Little Things Dies. So if you just want to order that, you certainly can. But I just think that the stamp set's really cute. So hopefully after today, you'll agree with me. Okay, so on our project for the day, what do we have here? I have some, hold on, I've got some pieces and parts, because you, of course, get these pieces and parts also. We've got that. And I am going to give you, I'm not going to give you the die cut labels, like here is a die cut label that we're going to use on this card, because this is a label that is die cut with this, and this is part of my class for the week. So you will need to have that if you want to make them exactly the way I do it. But we're also using some extra little pieces, and this is from the Retiring Paper Florist Dies. And I meant to look and see if these are going to be on sale. So hold on. I've got my list right here, and I can look. What's the item code on this? 161284. Okay, 161284. 161284. Where are you? Oh, we're getting close. 161284. Right there. Paper Florist Dies. Ooh, you guys. 50% off. These dies will be 50% off on Tuesday, April the 9th. So that's a great deal. But I will give you these pieces in your kit. So you'll get 2 of the big flowers, 2 of the small flowers, and 2 of the flower middles. Does anybody recognize this color? Does anybody know what this is? This is our brand new Petunia Pop. So you're getting a brand new in color pieces in your kit. So the colors of my card are Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, and Petunia Pop. Yay! Okay. So it's a pretty simple card. We've got a tag here. This is the tailored tag dies. And you know what? These actually might be on sale too. What are these? 155563. Let's just look again here. 155563. Where are you? So many things here that we have to go through to find everything. 155563. Is that what I said? 155563. Oh, tailor-made tags. Nope, they are not on sale. But a lot of you probably already have them. So you will get the tag also. Okay, focus, Barb. And then you're going to get another white piece, this white piece for the inside of the card. Okay, so this is Fresh Freesia, 5.5 by 8.5. This is a piece of Fresh Freesia Designer Series paper. This is the polka dot pattern, and this is 2.5 by 5.25. This paper is also retiring, and I'm pretty sure that this paper is on sale. Boy, you'd think I would have done my due diligence and figured all this stuff out before I came on here live, right? I just forgot. There's just so many things to do, and a person just can't get it all done, unfortunately. I'm looking here to see. Subtles Designer Series paper. Yep, 20% off. But I'm going to give you this piece. Now, I only have 8 of these pieces. Okay, so after the 8th person orders, then we're going to do a different pattern. So you'll still get the paper. It'll just be this pattern instead. Okay, so I can't tell you if I'll have more than 8 people that get the kit. I never know. But if there is, then you'll get a different pattern of the Designer Series paper. Okay, so we are going to attach this to the front of our card. And we're going to do it in the middle. So I'm just going to use some seal adhesive here. And whoops, oh no, this isn't almost gone. I thought for a second it was getting to the end, but it is not. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get this on here straight. I mean, I hope so, but I don't always. It's a struggle. Okay, we did it. Yay us. All right, so these little flowers, we are going to put these together with mini dimensionals. Okay, so you're just going to need a mini dimensional right there in the middle of the largest flower, and then bring the smaller flower in and just set it right on top of that one, right in the middle. Okay, and then get a little bit of glue and add a little bit of glue to that center of the flower, and take one of your flower middles and then add it to the center of this flower. My gosh, this petunia pop is so cute. Okay, so we're trying to make sure that this is centered. I feel like it is. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hold that middle and with my fingernail, and I'm just going to kind of lift up that petal just to kind of give it a little bit of a 3D effect. All right, so I've already got another one. So you need two total. Let me get the rest of these out of the way and back in the container so I don't end up losing them, because we've got brand new cardstock color here, so we need to be careful, right? Okay, so then we've got our tag. You're going to get a piece of this ribbon. This is the, what is this called? Your basic white herringbone ribbon. So I'm just going to run this through the hole in the tag. And you'll get the ribbon in your kit along with the tag. And I'm just going to kind of pull this through the tag and just kind of straighten it out. I like it to look nice because I'm a little bit, well, anal is the word. And I'm not mad about it. Now I like to, I'm going to clip the top of my ribbon with a clip just because it's going to make it easier for me to do this next step, which is to tie a little knot of twine around that. So we're going to stick with our color theme here. We've got the lemon lolly. So we're going to get, I don't know, maybe 10 inches or so. And we're going to wrap that around the tag. And we're going to tie it into a bow. So we're going to, or not around the tag, around the ribbon that's on the tag. And I just feel like having this kind of tied together is just helpful. Now I like to flip it upside down and then tie my bow. Why? I don't know. It just seems to come out better for some reason for me. Anyway, there you go. Okay, and then we'll just sort of manipulate this till the loops are as big as you want them. And then we're good to go. I feel like this got a little bit twisted, so I am going to try to untwist that. And then I'm going to pull the loops tight. And then we'll get that where we want it. Okay, so now we can get that off. And I'm going to bring in my old Stampin' Up! Ribbon scissors because there's just really nothing better than these ribbon scissors. Except my mother's own fabric scissors that we weren't allowed to touch when I was a kid. So this is going to kind of go across the card like so. We're going to add our flowers to the label. Super cute. Ooh, we have somebody who's new. Hello, Elaine. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate that. Okay, but before I actually glue this all on, I am going to stamp my little sentiment at the bottom. So I'm going to do this in Blackberry Bliss. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball where this is going to be. And it's going to be about maybe like a half an inch or so from the edge of the card, and try to center that as best we can. Now we're also going to take that same sentiment and we are going to stamp it on this little scrap of lemon lolly. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to bring in the little die here that has, thanks Bonnie. Bonnie said that that was a good tip. I thought so. I'm full of tips, you guys, because I'm always trying to make stuff easier for myself, you know? Okay, here we go. And we're going to put this, we're going to die cut this. Now, obviously this doesn't fit in here perfectly, but that's okay. So just center it as best you can. Obviously it's going to be there. You're going to see the Y and the B above that. That's okay. And this is what you're going to get. All right. So then I added a couple of mini dimensionals to the back. You can see I practiced with the Fresh Freesia. Definitely wasn't dark enough. And I didn't want to use the petunia because I didn't know if everybody had the petunia. So obviously if you're a customer and not a demonstrator, you wouldn't have the opportunity yet to order that ink pad. So I didn't want you to need that. So you just need a Blackberry Bliss, which I'm assuming you probably have. And then we can put that on there and look at that. So it actually looks like, you know, we did the whole thing. I know, pretty cool. Okay, so now I'm going to add the tag. Just going to run some seal on the back here, and we'll just try to, I'm going to angle it a bit. Okay, like so. And then to add the flowers, I'm going to use a regular size dimensional. So I'm going to put a regular size dimensional here on the back of my flower and on the back of my other one. Okay. So there we go. I think we're good. Whoops, you know what? I see a tiny bit of this sticking out. So I am going to take my scissors and kind of chop that off. I probably should have used maybe a half, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, and then I'm going to add my flowers to my label. Yay, Patricia said she's ordered her new goodies already and she's excited to get them. I bet you are. I was also excited. Luckily, I went to Onstage, and so I've had new stuff for quite a while already, which has been really fun. New stuff is just always super fun. Okay, so we've got our flowers on there. So then for the inside, this is what I did. I took a piece of lemon lolly paper, same pattern as this, but in the yellow, and then I added a little strip of the petunia pop. Good grief, behind that. And then I stamped these two phrases. And so I'll kind of quickly share with you one of them. Let me grab a scrap here. So this is the word you, and it's the detailed piece. And so I did stamp it in Fresh Freesia, as you can probably tell. So we would just ink that up, and then we can just stamp it. So that's what I would have done on my card there. And then I brought in my lemon lolly blend, and I just sort of colored in the lines. And then I did that with the love and the U right above my designer series paper and petunia pop. Boy, I don't know why I was having such a struggle with that a couple seconds ago, but yeah, I could not get that word out of my mouth. And I'm staying away from the freesia border as much as I can, just because I don't think it's going to run, but you just never know. So I just feel like it's better to err on the side of caution than to, you know, get this all done and then look back and go, oh shoot, you know, my ink was running and you're not happy about it. So that's all I did, was I just stamped love and you in freesia, and then I just colored the inside of them with my dark lemon lolly marker. And I know it's dark because look at that. I have my little dark label on there. All right, so that's all I did for my inside layer. And now you're going to laugh when I open up the card to put this in there. When I was practicing and I stamped my You Are Incredible, I stamped it too close to the edge of my card. Okay, so that's like maybe a 1/4 inch from the edge. So I actually scooted it over so it was more like a 1/2 or 5/8. Okay, so then I just folded my card the other way, and then I'm going to add this to the inside, and you won't even know that I did that. So just because, you know, cardstock has two sides and we don't want to ever waste anything. So, and no one's going to be the wiser when I send this card out to someone that I've done that. So we're just going to add this to the inside. Super fun. I love this color combination. I don't even know where it came from. If I just kind of thought that Fresh Freesia and that Petunia Pop would go together. Boy, was I correct in that thinking, right? Okay, so then we're going to bring in our little gems. And so what I've done is we have white, vanilla, gray, and black gems in this particular package. So I went ahead and colored some of my vanilla gems with my dark lemon lolly blend, and they actually colored quite well. I was quite impressed by how they colored. A lot of times our embellishments don't always color really good, but these did. And so I am going to add a couple of whoops, I actually have to press it onto the paper to get it to stick. A couple of these gems here on the label, and then maybe one more up in here. I mean, you could put as many as you want. I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 at the moment, but yeah, you can do however many you want. So there we have card number 1. Ooh, almost. I have one more thing I need to do with this. In this stamp set, there is this little, I don't know what you call this, a diamond, I guess, for lack of a better term. And so I decided to go with the open diamond and do a little bit of detail stamping on the edges, in the corners, I mean. So let me bring in a foam mat here, because this is a photopolymer stamp. And so we're just going to ink up this little guy here. And we're just going to add a few of these in the corner. Let's see, we're going to go like so, and then like so, and then like so. And then I'm going to do it again down here in this corner, but I'm going to open this up first because I feel like if I don't, I may end up stamping on the inside as well, and I don't want to do that. Stamp that. And then like that. There we go. So now we have just a little more added detail, a little more added fun. How stinking cute is that, you guys? I know, it's super cute. So that is card number 1. And let me get some of these things put away, and then we will get on to card number 2 using this amazing stamp set. I do have to clean some of these stamps. The U I'm going to be using on my next card. I don't think I'm using our little front sentiment on the next card, so we should be good to put that one away. And then our paper florist dies. Okay, so next card, card number 2, we are also going to be using some of the beautiful Flowering Zinnia Designer Series paper. So you will get your pieces of this paper in your kit. And you will also get your piece of paper die cut with the scalloped contours dies, the bottom of that. So your piece will come just like this, and the die cutting the edge of that off. This is the back side of this, in case you were wondering what paper this is. Ooh, some of you guys are saying you got your catalogs. I'm assuming you must be demonstrators. So Stampin' Up! Did send out catalogs to demonstrators, and obviously you guys are receiving them, so that's really cool. Okay. So we have that. We also have a card base of Blackberry Bliss 8.5 by 5.5. We have a 4 by 5.25 inch piece for the inside of the card. We have a 1 by 5.5 inch strip of Melon Mambo. We have a, I can't remember what size is this white piece here. This is a 1 3/4 by 3.5. You're going to get a scrap of Lemon Lime Twist. And then you're going to get a little bit of lemon lime twist ribbon in order to make yourself a bow. So you'll get about an 8-inch piece of this really cute lemon lime twist ribbon that is in the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. So you're going to get some of that also. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to work on this smaller piece here. And I'm going to bring back my foam mat and scrap paper. Actually, I don't even need the scrap paper because we're not stamping outside of the confines of the layer. So I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss. I've got some Melon Mambo. I've got some Garden Green and some Lemon Lime Twist. All right. So we are going to start by inking up the bold Wishing and You, and we're going to do that in Melon Mambo. Okay. Non-demonstrators. I can't tell you for sure, Mary. Stampin' Up's going to send them out. They should be arriving sometime this month. That's all I know. Okay. So I like to, when I have a bold stamp, I like to clean off any dust that it may have on it by using some Scotch tape. And so then that's going to pull off any bits of dust. Photopolymer stamps can be pretty sticky and they kind of attract dust. So there you go. Okay. So we're going to start with the word wishing, and that's going to go at the top of our white layer here. So let me just stop talking for a second so I can make sure I get it where I want it to be. I think I did. And then we're going to get the word you also. Oops, I forgot to pick off any dust. I'm looking at it to see if I see any dust. I don't think I do. We're going to hope we don't. Okay. So we're going to put the U we're going to try to center it and then have it, towards the bottom like that. So now we have wishing you. And now these two words also have detailed outlines. So we also have detailed outlines for both of these stamps. So we are now going to do some detailed outline stamping in Blackberry Bliss. Just quickly use my tape just in case there's some dust on there that we want to get rid of. All right. So we're going to ink up wishing in the Blackberry Bliss. Make sure we get it all nice and inky. And now this isn't, I'm not going to say it's hard. It does take a bit of finagling. So what I like to do is I like to come down over the top of the word and I look at the top first. And for me, my view, I can see white through the top of these letters. So I'm going to slowly, and I'm not touching the paper yet. So I'm going to slowly I'm going to push it up so that it's obvious. And then I'm going to kind of slowly bring it down to where I don't see any more white. And then I'm going to hope that that's going to get me. It's pretty close. I'm not mad about it. Okay. And then we're going to use the U. And we're going to ink up that. Also, we're going to do that same thing. We're going to try, and I don't think it really matters all that much if it's perfect. Obviously, we all want them to be perfect, but, sometimes it just doesn't work out. That one is a little bit better, but there you go. Okay. Yes, and Mary, you should join if you want to. There's no requirements. There's no penalties if you don't sell or buy the $300 a quarter. It's just you're dropped. So yeah. And if you join in the month of April, you can actually add pre-order items to your kit in case any of you were wondering. I can send you a list of the pre-order items and then you can actually add those to your kit. To become a demonstrator. So right now the kit is $99. You get $125 worth of product. You can't go over. So just keep that in mind that you'd want to have your order ready when you go to log in. And yeah, there you go. So yeah, it's a great time to join and then you're ready for the brand new catalog and then we can order everything. Okay, so here is our wishing you. We've done both of the layers. Now I also already did my inside layer. So you're going to get this strip of designer series paper in your kit. And you can see that I did the little diamonds up here. I did the solid diamond in the lemon lime twist. And then I did the detailed diamond in the garden green, which are both colors in the designer series paper. That's why I chose them. And I just thought it looked kind of fun, just kind of up there in the corner. So then I did the U again, same way that I just did it on the front. And then this little phrase here actually says, where's my stamp set? It says you did it. So I did what I normally do when I am, I masked it off. So I just stuck a piece of tape over the U since I already had you here. And then I just inked up the did it in the Blackberry Bliss, remove the tape, super important, and then add it to your card. So there you go. Okay. So that's our inside piece. All right, so let's bring this back. So then my inside layer is already done because I cheated and I did it beforehand. Okay, so we also need to stamp our little sentiment here, the best day ever, on our little strip of lemon lime twist. And this is in garden green. So you're going to stamp that on your scrap of lemon lime twist, and then you're going to bring in the little straight end die. That's this little guy right here. And you're going to run that through your machine, center it. I like to, after I have it centered, I like to keep it in place with some Post-it labeling cover-up tape. It's really nice. It's got very low tack. It's good enough to keep it stuck, but it doesn't rip your paper when you take it off. So I really like that stuff. So anyways, you run that through, and then you're going to get this little guy right here. Okay. All right. So going to put this together here. So I'm going to start out by putting my strip of melon mambo behind everything else. So I need to get this rolling again. So we're going to put that down, and I'm going to try to center this again. Sometimes my eyeballs, they just don't always work out so good. There you go. I think it's pretty close. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Then I'm going to add this layer of Designer Series paper over that. Then we're going to put our fun little wishing you that we made somewhere like this. Then we're going to add our best day ever little guy down here like so. And then we're going to add our little bow. So pretty simple card, or if you wanted to, you can add it down here at the bottom. Wherever you want to put it, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to use dimensionals, though, to add this to the card. So let's just throw on, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to get to use up, yay, another sheet of dimensionals. I love it when that happens. Okay, and then we have some edges here of some minis that we'll just snip a piece and add that to the middle. Okay. So we're going to take off all of these bits here. There we go. See if we can get them all off. Did I get them all? Yeah, they all seem sticky, so we should be good. All right, so then this is going to go in the corner. So just kind of eyeball it. It's about 1/4 of an inch from the top, 1/4 of an inch from the left side. Ish. Hopefully it's centered. Sometimes I can't tell because I'm old and I can't see very well. Then we're going to add this little piece here. So I'm just going to add some of my seal, and then I think I'm going to add a mini dimensional here to the edge, just because I want this to kind of hang over, but this piece is popped up, so I kind of want this edge to be the same height. All right, so I'm going to put this on so it's almost flush with this strip of melon mambo here, and so that it is, I suppose there's like about 3/4 of an inch of that showing. So I think, is that straight? Gosh, you guys, I just never can tell anymore with these eyeballs of mine. I swear, it's not like I can't see, it's just that I can't, maybe my depth perception is off. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So a glue dot, we're going to roll that up into like a little tube or a log, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to stick it on the back of our knot or our bow. So I did tie a bow with my little chunk of ribbon. And then I'm just going to kind of add that right here like that. And then I can't decide if I want to put my little best day ever here or if I want to put it down here. I'm almost tempted just to put it down here to kind of give a little bit of interest down here. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what I might do. Maybe I'll just use a couple of minis here, and we'll add those. Well, I guess we're going to get 3 because that's how many came off the sheet. So there we go. Thank you, Lisa. She said the cards are cute. Yay. I am very much a cutesy stamper, you guys. Yeah, one of these days I need to start doing some things that aren't so cutesy, but cutesy is just my favorite thing. I love cutesy and I love bright. That's my favorites. Okay, this is going to go on the inside. So we're going to flip that around and add this to the inside of the card. And, oops, get that lined up as best we can. All right, we have Bobby joining us. Said she got her catalog yesterday, so that's always exciting. All right, where's my dots? Here are my dots. So I'm going to use the white dots on this one. And I think what I'm going to do with them is I think I'm just going to like add a couple like right here. How do I want to do that? I think I'm going to go one right there. We'll see. I might change my mind. So I'm not really pressing super hard to stick them down because I might change my mind because, you know, I do that. But, I actually don't think I hate it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as it is. So there we go. So here we are, card number 2. We've got a really fun inside and then our fun outside. So as you guys can see, I really enjoy this stamp set. I think it's really fun. And I really like the fact that you can, you know, either stamp the solid image inside the line image. You can color inside the line image. I've even seen a card where somebody like stamped the wishing, stamped the bold image inside, and then took like a black marker and made polka dots in there. Super, super cute. So there you go. All right. Joan says she doesn't have her catalog just yet. Joan, you're a new demonstrator. I get that. They are going out. Not everybody has their catalogs yet. Okay. So just keep that in mind. It's on its way and hopefully it'll be there soon for you. Okay. Let me just burnish that down a little bit. And there it is, card number 2. Okay. Oh, Julie says she needs the stamp set. You do, Julie. It is super cute. Okay. Let me kind of quickly clean these off so that when I stick them back in my box, they're not covered in ink and then want to make a colorful mess out of, you know, anything else that's in there. Okay. So we'll do that. What else do we have here? We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. That's some trash. I think everything else over here I need. That I don't. Okay, so I think we can set that aside and then we can bring in our supplies for card number 3. I can count this week. There was a couple weeks ago when I got done with card number 2 and then I said, oh, and now we're going to do card number 4. So yeah, it was a bad day for math for me. Okay, so card number 3 is what we have here. So we have a basic black base, 8.5 by 5.5. I've got a white layer for the inside, 4 by 5.25. I have a piece of Orchid Oasis. This is one of our retiring in colors. Now remember, some of the retiring in color products will be discounted on the 9th, which is next Tuesday. Some will not. Just a little tidbit of information. The things that are not discounted are things that Stampin' Up! Probably doesn't have as much of. So something that is like really deeply discounted, that kind of says to me they have a lot of it. Maybe not a lot, but they have more so than things that aren't. So things that aren't discounted are probably going to sell out more quickly. So just keep that in mind. If you're, you know, if you're on a budget and you have to order some things now and maybe some things later on in the month, order the things that aren't discounted first because yeah, that's how it works. Okay. So, the measurement on this. So this is Orchid 3.25 by 4.25. And you're probably wondering, where does that what's that folder? This is what it is. It's one of our brand new folders. It's called the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. Here it is in Summer Splash. Look how cute that is, you guys. So I will emboss this layer for you. It will come in your kit embossed, okay? Just so you know. All right, so that is a 3.25 by 4.25. And then I have a layer of white. This is 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. And then I have this Starry Sky piece, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. And then we also have a strip of Starry Sky. That's a scrap. And then I forgot to cut my piece of white. So hold on. Unless this is the one. No, that's not it. Hold on. I thought I had it here, but I don't. And so this piece of white that I'm going to cut is going to be 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to do 4 1/4 and then I'm going to do 3/4. And every time I bring out this little trimmer, I have people ask me where to get it. So Stampin' Up! Did offer it at one point in time, free for demonstrators that joined during celebration a number of years ago. They never did offer it for sale. But you can get it on Amazon, and I have a link to it in the description of this video. So if you're looking for a trimmer just like this, you can get it with the link to Amazon in my description. Okay, so here is our white. Okay, so we have to do a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to bring back my foam mat, and we are going to stamp the word "the little things" in black on this piece of orchid. So we're going to ink that up, ink it up, ink it up. And we're going to stamp it right in the middle. And then we're going to use, again, this little straight edge die. I say straight edge, but it's not really straight. It's actually, you know, scallopy end. So here is that. Okay. So here's the inside of the card. Since I already pulled it out, I'm going to show you. So I've got that same eyelet folder on this strip on the bottom. This is Starry Sky. The front piece has the Orchid Oasis. So you're going to get that also done. And then you're going to need to cut this out. And then I just added the solid little diamond image on either side of my little banner here in the Orchid Oasis ink. All right, so that's our inside card. So for the outside, we are going to do something kind of fun. We are going to at first stamp the word celebrate, the detailed celebrate, the open celebrate. We're going to stamp that in black. Okay. Is that still? Yeah, I think that's all right. Okay. So I just kind of got any bits off of that. And I'm going to also do that on my bold celebrate. So we're going to bring our tape in here, press it on there to make sure we don't have any dust bits. Yeah, I do have dust in my house. I know it's kind of, nobody wants to admit it, but I do. I did some dusting today, but I'm sure there's more dust. All right, so I am going to ink up my word celebrate with my Memento black ink. And I'm just going to say this. Some people have asked me, why do I have a little stack of Post-its underneath my pad? Let me just tell you. So I tore up a little stack of Post-its so that they actually fit. There's like a little reservoir sort of area behind your Memento pad and your Stays On pad also. And in the past, I am a pretty heavy-handed stamper. So when I am stamping, I am just really mashing my stamps into my pad. And I always seem to work in the middle. I have broken my pad in half. Okay? It just is what it is when you're a heavy-handed stamper. So by taping that little stack of Post-its under there, it supports my pad. And so when I am really pounding, the middle of my pad isn't being pushed down to my table because my Post-its are there to stop it from happening. So I do get people that ask me that every so often. So I thought, well, I'll just tell you why. Okay, so we are going to try to stamp this in the middle. We're going to do our best. I'm not sure if that actually worked. I think we can do better. It was close, but it was a little bit tilted. So we'll try. We've got 2 chances, right? So we'll try it again. Okay. So here we go. Stamp that. We'll try it one more time. Hopefully it's centered this time. And here we go. Ta-da! Okay, now we got it good. So we're done with our black. So I'm going to close that up. And now I'm going to bring in my Starry Sky ink pad and my Orchid Oasis stamp pad. And we're going to do something kind of fun. So I'm going to scoot that over. So here's my Starry Sky. Here's my Orchid. Now, sometimes when your pads are kind of juicy, they're a little bit, well, they're juicy and then they're kind of annoying. So I'm going to take my plastic spoon and I'm going to kind of press some of the ink down into my Orchid Oasis pad right here along this edge where I'm going to actually do my stamping so that it will be a little bit lighter in that area. All right. So I'm going to take my bold stamp now and I'm going to ink up part of it. So I kind of have it on an angle here, as you can see. This is my starry sky, and I am going to press it down into my starry sky, kind of at an angle. So you can sort of see what I've done here, I think, where I've inked it up on the angle. So now I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to bring it down here where I kind of pushed some of the ink away, and I'm going to ink up the other side into my Orchid Oasis where it's not super inky. I'm going to huff on it to remoisten the ink, and then here we go. We're going to do that same thing where I kind of go above and check it out and see, and then I kind of bring it back down, and I'm looking, and I think we're good, and we're going for it. And then, so you can kind of see that it's a little lighter down here and a little bit darker up there. So that's kind of a cool little fun, I don't know if it's a technique, but it's just a fun way to use these bolder stamps and just to give kind of an interesting look to your images. Okay, so we have that done. So we're going to bring all this in together. So this was my inside piece, but as I already showed you, I already did it. So we've already got the inside. So then these layers are all going to go together. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach all of these. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to my starry sky layer. And then, whoops, and then I'm going to add this. Well, actually, I'm going to add it to this first. So I am going to take, now this is embossed. When things are embossed, I like to use liquid glue to adhere them. I just feel like the liquid glue works a little bit better than other adhesives when I'm working with something that's been embossed. So I'm just trying to, and I'm not squirting out a ton, but I am trying to cover the whole piece. So the beads of glue aren't super thick, I guess is what I mean when I say I'm not putting on a ton. Now this is going to be barely, so you're going to have like a 1/16 of an inch around there. Okay. And then we're going to add this to this, and this one we're going to have a little bit more. So this one we're going to have like, I don't know, 1/4 inch all the way around just because of the layers. So something like that. There we go. You are going to get some ribbon here, about 10 inches or so. And so you want to tie a bow with that. So it's going to be something along this line here. You want your loops to be somewhat similar in size. Okay, and then I'll cut that off. And I'm just going to pull this just a little bit. So then we're going to take this and we're going to add a glue dot to it, to the back of the knot here. Okay. Whoops, that's stuck to my finger more than it's stuck to anything else. And then I'm going to add it to the back of my little phrase here. Try to center it as best we can, if we can. It's not crucial, but okay. And then we're going to attach this over this layer here, but not before we add this to our black layer. So I'm going to go ahead and use some black dimensionals. I've got some bits cut off here, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. There we go. Get that off. Okay. And then we're going to add this to the card. Try to center it, you know, in my eyeballs. Okay. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals on the back side of this piece here. I might need some, well, no, we got some strips here off of our minis that we're just going to use this. So I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to add a piece right here. Here's a little chunk right here, and then maybe an actual mini across there. Take off our dimensionals. And you could do this with any color combination. Like, it doesn't have to be these bluish colors. It could be reds, it could be purples, it could be two different colors, like maybe yellow and orange would be really cool to do like that. So yeah, you can do a lot. I do have another sample to share with you that I did with Sweet Sorbet and Poppy Parade. just to sort of give you an idea of another color combination as I was messing around down here this afternoon. Okay, and now we're going to use the black dots. Here they are. And I'm going to add, whoops, I'm going to add some black ones kind of around my little bow here, like that. So there we have card number 3. Now here is our other one that I did with the sweet sorbet and the poppy. Now these were pretty close together. You could barely see the line where the two colors are different. So I probably should have taken my sweet sorbet and pushed some of my ink into the pad so it would be a little bit lighter, more so like it is over here, but I didn't. It is what it is. So anyway, that just kind of shows you that you can do multiple color combinations with these fun stamps. So anyway, remember that the class uses the Happy Little Things bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. $33.25 for this bundle, pretty inexpensive. 163710 is your item code, and when you do order a minimum of $35 out of my online store using my host code that's in the description of this video, I will send you the supplies to make these 3 cards. Okay, not the red one, but we will do the Orchid, Starry Sky, this cute one with our brand new in color cardstock for the flowers, you guys, Petunia Pop, and then this one here. So, and then if your order is over $75, you'll also get a pack of these fun gems. So there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great rest of your week. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it so much. And I will see all of you again next Thursday. So have a great week, guys, and take care. Bye-bye.